Hi everyone, today I'm going to do some notebook cover. I've got this plain boring notebook and it just can't leave it like that. So you can take any kind of notebook. I prefer to work on ones that have hardcover, and this project can be done on books, on any kind of notebooks. You can even use what I'm going to do in your art journaling as background, and basically you can do it on anything and have fun with it. So when you have a notebook like this, I prefer to sand it before I'm starting. I'm going to glue pieces of paper, and it's better to have some tooth, and especially if it's glossy. I'm going to sand it a little bit off camera because there are some that can't hear that kind of noise. So I'm going to sand it a little bit and then we are going to continue. For this project you can use any kind of scraps of paper you have, any kind of painty paper, and if it's a scrapbook paper, whatever you have, just pick something that several pieces that will work together and have fun with it. So I'll be back after I'm sanding this. Okay, so I have sanded the cover and went over it with some baby wipe to make sure I don't have dust. Now I'm just going to take this and put it inside to make sure my pages are protected. I'm going to use glue, so it's better to just put something that will protect it. So I'm going to use some jelly prints, but as I said, any kind of painty paper you've got, or scrapbook paper, whatever you have and think will work. Like if you've got scrapbook paper, then it's already coordinated like this and you don't have to worry about it. I'm just gonna pick some of my jelly prints and use them. So I'm going to move this aside and it's going to be very easy. The only thing I'm doing is just taking strips from my jelly prints and I'm going to glue them down. I'm using plain white glue, not watered down, and I'm leaving excess so after everything is dry I can fold it inside and tuck everything in. So first stripe, and I'm also going over. It seals everything in, and also I'm going to put the next strip, torn strip. So I need glue and I'm generous with my glue. Let's see. Let's take from this one. Like so. And again. I'm taking things that work together, but I'm trying to have like a lighter color and darker color so it would be more interesting. Yeah, I just need more glue. Now this is just the beginning, the putting down these pieces of torn paper. Afterwards I'm going to stencil on top of this. Let's see, let's pick another one. Kind of I need it narrow. Okay, going over, making sure everything is glued down nicely. Let's see. And I don't mind the white showing where it's torn. I think it just adds to the whole thing. If you don't, you can color it, you can remove it, whatever floats your boat. So I'm going to continue just gluing down strips of torn paper, and you can also open it or work on it like this, so you can continue. It really doesn't matter, or you can let it dry and then continue to the other side. I'll be back. Okay, so finish this. Waited for it to dry. While I was waiting for this to dry, I took all the leftovers and just glued them in one of the pages in my art journal. So this is just waiting to do something, stenciling, stamping, whatever. I have a background, just so you can see how versatile this thing is. So now we've got this, and we are going to tuck in all the leftover inside. Now you can use again the white glue, or you can, I'm using silicone glue. It's just stronger and faster. Now before you are tucking in everything, you need to do where this side is connecting here to the spine. I'm making a cut so I can fold everything in easily. The same thing I will do here, the line between the spine and the cover, like so. Now this is just too much. I don't need all this excess, so I'm trimming it a little bit. You don't have to if it's easier for you. If the excess is larger, then go for it. Now, so, and in the corners I'm taking like something like that, leaving like 2-3 millimeters from the corner. Same thing here. So taking the glue here, I'm starting to fold, and I'm not concerned about how it looks, because this is going to get covered. Everything is going to get tucked in. Making sure everything is folded nicely. Doing the same thing here. Like so. Now for the corners, I'm taking my nail, but you don't, if you don't have nails, just take some bone folder or anything like this, or even a plastic card, and just push the corner here like this. Make the fold. I'll bring it closer to the camera so you can see. I just tucked it in here, and now I'm going to put glue again here and just push it and glue it down. And as you can see here, it it rises up, I don't care. You can glue it if you want to. Again, this is gonna get covered. Right now I'm just want everything folded nicely like so. So I'm going to do the other side and I'll be back. So this is done. Now I've only got left this piece and I'm only just going to cut it. There. That's it. Nothing to it. Just going to cut this like so. Okay. So I'm still going to work on this, and I can leave it like this, but I'm going to stencil on top of it. And now I'm going to tuck everything in. Now you can take one of your again painty papers, scrapbook paper, whatever you've got, and do the closing in here. I prefer for the inside to use some solid color like this, and then I'm adding a pocket that I will show you in a minute how I'm doing this. So I'm just putting this. You can measure. I'm lazy, I don't like to measure. I'm just putting it here, making a mark, and let's see, making a mark, and now I'm going to cut it. Yeah, so this is going here. Now if you like, you can, and you have this kind of thing and you want round corners for this, go for it. You don't have to. And it didn't go well. Here we go. And again, just using the silicone glue. This can be done with the plain white glue. Okay, putting it down like so. Everything is tucked in nicely. And of course I will do the other side. Now what I like to do, you don't have to, I like to add something to the back and the front. I'm doing some pocket, and I'm just taking some rectangle that will fit from one of my painty papers or jelly prints or whatever, and gluing it down. Now you can also, let's see, let's trim this so you can see what I'm talking about. I don't want all this white, that's why I'm trimming it. Now you can go with the theme of the back cover and make the edge of the pocket torn, or you can just make it straight. Up to you. I'm gonna just make it plain straight. And let's see. Something like that. Again, I'm not measuring, it's just a little bit of extra, and you don't have to. Basically it's just going to go with glue here, here and here. So that's for that. So let's get back to the cover, because that's the main thing here. I'm going to do this later off camera and I'll show you when I'm finished. So I want to stencil and I want to use some words all over. I've got these two stencils and I want one word to be my main focal point on the page, and it's art. It doesn't have to be, and it doesn't have to be words on the cover. You can use whatever you like. I just going with this. I'm just masking whatever I don't want to be on my cover. Let's see. I think I'll place it here. That's where I'm starting. And I'm going to use some, I've got this very dark blue that I'm going to use for the stenciling. Let's put some here. And gonna take a makeup sponge. I want a new one. Here we go. And I'm dabbing to get rid of the excess. I don't want too much of it. And starting to stencil. And if I feel that it's not enough, I will wait for it to dry and do another layer on top of it. Very, very easy project. Just going over where I think it's needed. Just making sure I don't have excess paint on my sponge. So I've got this, and now I'm going to start stenciling all kinds of words all around this main one, and I don't care which and where. I'm just going to stencil away. The only thing is that I have this shine and sword that are very big, very large, and I don't want them to compete with this art. So if I will place them on here, I will place them like here, and not near this word. So that's what I'm going to do with all of this. I will come back. Okay, so here it is. As I was stenciling, I decided to put some of the words like this, and also went on the other side and stenciled. I didn't do the spine. I left it as is. It just didn't matter to me to leave it as like this. And here is the inside. I had left over from this paper, so, and of course from the jelly print, so I've done this bookmark, and here are the two pockets. So basically this is it. The only thing I usually do is I cover all the cover with a water-based varnish, and you can go matte, you can go glossy, whatever you want. I just prefer it to do it. It is at the end of the day, it is all paper, and I want to protect it as much as I can. And the only thing I'm doing is just taking a brush and going over everything with the varnish. Now, if it doesn't matter if you are using a water-based varnish or not, it's better to leave it to dry at least 24 hours, otherwise it's tacky. So just leave it be. Now it seems glossy, but it dries almost completely matte. And I will do this side, wait for it to dry, and do the other side. As I said, I prefer to let it be so I won't ruin what I've done. So basically this is it, and I am just going to show you another one similar to this. I'm moving this aside. Here is another one that I've done a few days ago with other jelly prints I had, and again some pocket with a bookmark, and basically this is it. So I hope you liked it. I hope you'll try your hand at it and have fun playing with all those paper scraps. Thank you for watching, and thank you for leaving me comments down below. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.